Hi, my name is Chloe Wallace, and I will be walking you through the interview today on September 20th, 22nd, 2020. Today I have my partner with me, Haley Updike, who is also a student at TCC, who will be asking any follow-up questions if we miss anything in the interview. We'll be interviewing Shony Lewis for the Global Oral History Oklahoma State Archive. Let's get right into it. How are you doing today, Shony?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. So, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I do have siblings. I have 9 siblings. Yeah, and there is 5 girls and 4 boys, and they were in the Philippines. Yeah,
Did you like having a lot of siblings growing up?
I'm sorry, your voice kind of far.
Sorry, did you like having a lot of siblings growing up?
Oh yeah, it's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, how old are you?
I am 24.
Are you like in the middle of your siblings?
I um I am the third from the oldest. Yeah.
So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Philippines, in the province.
Was it like a rural area or was it like more urban?
It's a province. I think it's urban or rural. I don't
So,
know.
it's like a city.
No, it's a province, like a small province. Is it rural? Yes.
Um, did you attend high school in the Philippines?
Yes, I do. Yeah. But I did not finish the whole high school. I just finished grade 7 because I I take the test, which is we call it alternative learning system. It's kind of what is that here? I forgot what it's called here, but it's kind of test that you can move on to college.
Wow, that's really incredible. So, what was your like experience in education in the Philippines besides getting that like early head start for college?
Because I start high school, I was old. I was also I don't wanna do like I don't wanna continue like I'm getting old, and that's why I take the alternative learning system. It's kinda I'm thinking that it's really good to take a like the step by step high school because you can learn a lot of stuff. So that's that's the one I wanna do, but I choose to take the alternative learning system because I'm ready to go college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really impressive that you were able at like grade 7 to go to college. That's impressive. Okay, if you could describe your hometown in one word, what would it be?
Mm, quiet.
Quiet.
Yes.
So, what was your like everyday life like back in your hometown?
Because I live in kind of forest, so we just go walk around, but sometimes walk in the grass, like looking for something. For example, we're looking for fruits, and because there's a guava, so we're just gonna climb the guava, and then like papaya, and sometimes we plant corns, rice, and kind of vegetables. That's what we love to do there.
That's pretty cool. I kind of do something similar. I kind of live out in like the foresty area.
It's
Just
kind of
walk around. Um, so, why did you choose to go to TCC for college?
because it's the one who teach ESL, which is English as a second language. This is the closer from my home here. That's why I choose the TCC. Yeah.
How did you hear about TCC at first?
At first, I was kind of nervous because I don't know about college here in United States. But I'm excited to communicate with the teachers and the other to meet new students.
So what did you like about TCC and like kind of like what do you not like too?
I did not like. I mean, I like the teachers. I like the way they teach because I'm learning. I have nothing dislike about TCC. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad you like it so much.
Yes, I do.
Would you recommend TCC to anyone in the future?
Yes, I recommend it.
Awesome. Have you made any like friends outside of TCC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, like co Filipinos. Yeah, they have I meet a lot.
That's awesome. So what has it been like in your ESL class?
What has it done in my ESL class?
Yeah, like what is, do you like really like it? Is the work really hard? Are you learning really quickly?
I don't think I'm learning very quickly because it's my second semester. Because when I start, I was in intermediate level, and now I move into advanced one. It's kind of hard for me because I took 5 classes, all 5 classes: speaking, reading, writing, grammar, and then listening. I took all of them. Sometimes there's a lot of homework to do, so it's kind of hard to manage the 5 classes for me. But it's good. It's helping.
I think it would be hard for anybody to manage 5 classes, but you're doing really well. You're great at speaking. So how important is education to you?
Is it really important for me because I am planning to go to nursing school, so I really needed to study, especially the English, because I needed to improve my English to go to nursing school, because it's really important because you have to communicate with the patients or people around there, not just in the hospital but here around the United States. It's really important.
Okay, so you said you were planning on going to nursing school. Like, where do you want to go to nursing school at?
I think it's TCC.
Awesome. So what has it been like during, like in Tulsa during the pandemic, like at TCC?
It's crazy. Because when I first start my ESL class in TCC, it's fun to go in the school like in person. Compared to online, it's kind of hard for me because I don't know. It's just different. It feels different. I really like that personal the most.
Do you think it's been more difficult to like learn Do you think it's been more difficult to learn ESL in the pandemic?
It's kind of a little bit difficult because it's online, but you still can hear the teacher speaking. You still can see them, but I just like the person. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like the in-person classes. So how is education different here and in the Philippines?
Oh, that because here it's kind of all the teachers here are friendly. Like comparing the Philippines, the teachers there are really strict. Like you have to do your you have to do on time. and then you can tell them to like, can I just pass it in the next day? Like for example, the assignment or the test, you need to do it in the next day. You can do that there because they're gonna fail you if you did that. But here they're so friendly. I really like here because like English and there is, you know, different language. English, I like language. I English language because like I never use my first my what is that my language in the Philippines. So English is the great to study because, you know, I don't know. Sorry, kind of hard to explain for me, but I really like the education here the most compared to the Philippines because I am learning my English. You know.
What are like the major like food differences you see from in the Philippines and in here?
What is the what? Sorry.
Like the major food differences, like the kind of food we eat, how is it different?
Oh, when I first came here, it's really different because mostly Americans didn't eat rice. Like in the Philippines, when we go eat like lunch, breakfast, or dinner, we usually eat with the rice and then a little piece of meat or some kind of vegetables. Every time we eat, it comes with the rice together. Yeah, that's the difference, and the taste are different too. Yeah.
There are a lot more like fast food in America than there is in Philippines.
Yes.
I thought so. How do American holidays and Filipino holidays like differ?
Uh, I'm gonna give one example. For example, a Christmas. Christmas here starts after the Souls Day. What is that? Like November. And in the Philippines, we start decorating like 3 months before Christmas or 4 months before Christmas. But here, yeah, they're gonna celebrate the Halloween first before putting some decoration for Christmas. And yeah, that's kind of different.
So, do you do Halloween in the Philippines?
Some people do, but some people no.
Are things more expensive in the U.S. Than in the Philippines, or is it more expensive in the Philippines?
Yeah, if you're comparing the money, it's really expensive here compared to the Philippines because the money here, like US money, equal like 50 peso in the Philippines or something. Yeah, 50 peso. Yeah. So it's more expensive here than there because in the it's a lot of tax here in the United States compared to the Philippines. Yeah.
So, what's kind of like what is the difference between like a Filipino community and like a community that you have in Tulsa?
Like in Philippine community, there is a like I never been to community in the Philippines like a group of people, but here I joined community here in Tulsa, like a Filipino community here in Tulsa. That they are celebrating every time has a holiday. Every holiday they celebrate some like go out together like a party. But in the Philippines, they're just celebrating that. For example, they're planting trees, something like that, and then go around feeding people, something like that. Here, just a party, enjoying themselves.
So how is the architecture different here than in the Philippines?
Architecture.
So like the way buildings look.
Something like that. Architecture, like the buildings or something.
Yeah.
Because here, like in the city in the Philippines, there's a tall buildings. Like here, you can barely see a building here. Like most building here are flat. Like I was like, is that a building? When I came here, because my husband said, oh, that's the building. Because I thought first the building is tall, like taller. Like I was like, wow. Like that, a lot of like store here, like one floor, like, and that's kind of weird for me to see, like that's the building. That's the building, like one floor, because we usually call building like here there in Philippines like a really tall building. And so
Like the towers and stuff.
yeah.
So what's the difference in like electronics in here in the Philippines? Like, is there a big difference?
Yeah. I grew up without electronic, like without cell phone. So I just have a cell phone when I was 16. So there is no electronic in school, like in elementary school in the Philippines, where I grew up, which is the province. But here, like the electronics is like most kids have cell phones, tablets, they're playing games. Like for example, the electricity here, like the thing, what is that? Like the I don't know how to pronounce, how to say that, but the electricity there, like the wire outside, like there's a, like here it's really clear, like you cannot see that wire like all over the the houses, something like that. Here, like because here they put it in the ground instead of up, like in the air. Like there's like when you go to the Philippines, there's a lot of wire in the street. Yeah, like go like down, like go into the house. Yeah, that's
Like here we have like telephone wires that like stick up out of the ground so they could like connect to the houses in the Philippines.
like what telephone?
Yeah, here we have telephone wires like out in like the more rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
So like in the Philippines they would connect to the homes, right?
Yes, like they connected it to the home. Yeah.
So were you in the Philippines when the pandemic broke out?
No, I was here.
No, you were here. Okay. Do you have like, do siblings like still talk to you in the Philippines that like kind of can tell you about what it's like there?
Yeah, it's really strict there. You cannot go outside because they're gonna fine you money. Yeah.
So it's a lot more,
Yeah, to go outside. Like for example, you're going to the store.
so it's a lot more strict in the Philippines than it is here.
Yes. And then also the transportation there, because most people here in the United States has a car, but there when you're going to go somewhere, like you're gonna have to commute, and it's the difference is the the transportation there is so expensive now during the pandemic compared before, like yeah.
So are you still like close to your family that lives in the Philippines?
We always talk on social media. Yeah.
Is like all your family living in the Philippines or did some move like with you?
All my family live in the Philippines.
Do you travel back to see them sometimes?
Someday I would like to. Yeah, like after the pandemic.
So you said that you were planning on being a nurse. Do you want to be a nurse in Tulsa, or are you planning on moving anytime?
In Tulsa. Like
You like it here?
because I live here. Yeah.
How long have you been living in Tulsa?
Like like I came here March 2019. Yeah, so it's almost 2 years. Yeah.
Do you have a job here now, or are you kind of waiting to get through school?
I would like to go find a job because I take the CNA, then I passed it, so I would like to work as a CNA soon. Yeah.
Have you found any like hobbies that you really enjoy here?
Hobbies. Like going out with a friend. Yeah, that's it. Because I don't like I have a cat, so my hobbies is to play with the cat, and then go out with the friends. I sometimes I go watch movies, but it's not really my hobby. I just go watch because I have nothing to do.
So what was it like when you first moved here? Was it like really scary? Were you really nervous?
It's really scary because uh like when I first came here, my husband take a day off work, and so we enjoy together like for like 2 weeks, for 2 weeks, and then when he's time to go back work, like because he works at night, so I was here alone at night, so I was so scared because the window are so like big, like a glass, and like our door is kind of glass in two sides, glass, and there's no curtain, so I was so scared because I was like, what if there's somebody came here and break the glass and kill me here inside? I was so scared, and that's the worst thing. But I get used to it now.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be so
I'm good. I'm
scary.
fine now. Yeah.
So what was the most difficult part about adapting to like the US culture?
It's not really difficult, but it's a climate like the the winter, and it's really cold. I'm fine with the summer because I like summer compared to winter because I get really cold. I don't like to wear like a lot of stuff during the winter. So I choose the summer better.
Yeah, I bet it does get really cold here compared to the Philippines.
Yes, because there's only two climate there, like the wet and dry season. Yeah.
Have you ever traveled anywhere besides like the Philippines and then here in Tulsa?
Like yeah, like in still in the United States, we travel. Like we go to Grand Canyon and we go Vegas. But worst thing happened when we're in Las Vegas. Like for we go there like before the pandemic, like March after my school and TCC, like after the ESL class, we go there. But we go book for in the hotel, and they kick the people out because they're closing because of the pandemic. So we have to go back here because of the pandemic. So that's the worst thing. We did not enjoy like staying there. Yeah.
Has the pandemic affected you personally in any other way?
What do you mean?
Like, has it like made your life different in any other way? Besides, like, you can't travel as much and now you're in online classes.
Yeah, yeah. Because I wanna go like I wanna go like enjoy outside, but you have to wear mask. Yeah, yeah, really different.
I think everybody's kind of feeling the same way. They're ready to go outside. So it looks like we're getting really close to the end of our interview. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Haley, do you have any questions?
I have just one question. Um, if you were to have known the pandemic were to happen, would you have stayed in the Philippines or would you still have came to Tulsa?
Like like for example, like the pandemic come like wherever I was, so I choose is to stay where I am instead of going where I want. I wanted the Philippines, but I was here during the pandemic, so I'm gonna stay here. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you so much for letting us interview you, Shony.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
It was really nice to meet you too.
Yeah.